Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Episode 7. Episode
Episode
7 of the
7.
Burton Breaks podcast. Been doing this for 7 weeks now. Hopefully, some more of you guys listening every week, but we got some good stuff to talk about today, man. We're gonna go over some card related stuff, some sports related stuff. We'll probably just go on some tangents here and have a good time doing it. So let's just hop right in, man. You want to start her off?
You texted me this, and I was so excited. Panini could possibly be selling to Topps or Fanatics.
Yeah, everyone. Yeah, that's what I keep seeing. Like the headline is Panini selling Topps listed as buyer. It's like Topps would not be the person
No,
buying
it'd
it.
be
Like
Fanatics.
they
Yeah.
think that it's going to become Topps Prism and like Topps National Treasures. Like no, Fanatics would buy it, and then Panini and Topps would exist. And
Both licensed.
yeah, it would just change who
Yeah,
the owner
Topps
of the company
Topps
is.
doesn't own Topps anymore. It's all Fanatics.
Yeah, yeah, like it's yeah, Fanatics. It's all Fanatics. They're gonna have a monopoly on everything, dude. They've got Fanatics Live. They've got Fanatics Weekly for the auctions. They're gonna get a hand in a grading company at some point. I mean, like Tom Brady's making card shops, and Michael Rubin has a lot to do with that. Like everything
Yeah.
that is happening in the grand scheme of the hobby is gonna be dealt with through Fanatics at this point. Like it's gonna become a monopoly, which is kind of scary, but.
It is kind of scary, but I can tell you I've done a little bit of breaking on Fanatics Live where I've tried to. There's not a lot of people there.
Yeah,
It's
they really
not
haven't
great.
seemed to get that platform rolling. And I think a big problem with that is that, they have the power to help people out in giving them tops allocations. But when they tried to get me to go over and break on Fanatics Live, they wouldn't tell me that I was going to get any tops product. They'd be like, well, we can, give a recommendation, but we don't really have any control over that. It's like, well, if you're not going to help out with that, then what is the point of going to a smaller platform and basically bringing your entire audience over there that only benefits them? Like you're not going to get any extra viewership by going to Fanatics Live.
Yeah.
You're only going to get hurt. So if they have nothing to offer and are just like, come over here and maybe we can give you a recommendation to our tops team. It's like, okay.
Yeah, and then you don't get it, and then it's kind of like,
Yeah, I just changed my entire business model and am suffering in sales and all of this stuff and for nothing, right?
yeah. I mean, I don't personally, obviously, I don't deal with the financials or anything. I don't even know if getting a Topps license, especially being on Fanatics, because like there's like average of like 15 to 20 viewers, but there was a breakup there that I saw that was like posted 29 days ago, and it had like 3 sold, and I was like, if this were us, I would. I don't know if I could do it. Like 29 days for one break is insane to me.
That feels gross. I can't even a month long break. That doesn't seem.
I mean, it was like a case of baseball or something like that, and it was like
Maybe it was just the way they
it was like
posted it. in the settings or
$300 a
something.
team or something like that. And I'm like, there's just not that many people on Fanatics that.
I mean, there probably is and there isn't. I think it's just one of those things where you have to basically bring your own customers over there,
Yeah,
and that's fine and whatever. But it's like it feels like Whatnot is like the PSA of card breaking, almost like there's going to be things that pop up like SGC and Beckett and all this stuff, but it feels like PSA is always going to be at the top, and it feels like Whatnot's always going to be at the top of card breaking. Who knows? I think TikTok, just because they have access to however many hundreds of millions of users on there, has the opportunity to become that big in the card world. But right now, I mean, clearly Whatnot still has an upper leg on TikTok in terms of card sales, but TikTok is definitely closing that gap, I think.
yeah. I mean, and surprisingly so because it's Whatnot is made for collectors, and TikTok is
But
a
I think
bunch
that
of
also
teenagers.
I think that kind of benefits TikTok as well because, I mean, I wonder how many of my customers weren't even into cards until they just
Yeah,
magically had something pop up on their For You page and they're like, that's kind of cool, like a Kobe autographed card. I would like to pull something like that, or and then they just start to get into it a little bit. It like you don't get on Whatnot unless you're already into
yeah,
cards. Like nobody's just like, oh, I stumbled upon Whatnot, but you can stumble upon a TikTok live or a TikTok video of cards, and then all of a sudden you're hooked. So I
yeah,
think it's a good way to get people into the hobby, which is something that I definitely enjoy.
yeah. I am hoping that Fanatics doesn't ruin Panini though. I hope they kind of keep it all the same if they do end up buying it, and if this is all real. And
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I
uh,
don't know. It really just depends on how they would do it. You never know because they've kind of changed the way that Topps operates and the fact that they're going direct to the consumers. Hobby shops aren't getting allocations anymore. If they do the same thing with Panini, then it's just like Man, I think a lot of small hobby shops are really gonna start to struggle.
Yeah.
Like those mom and pops that you have in your local town that you like going to pick up a pack, a box, grade your cards, make some deals, sell them some cards, flip some stuff, buy some stuff. It's like those won't be able to keep the lights on if they're gonna have to buy boxes on the secondary market and then sell them in their shop. Like you just can't make enough money to pay your rent, pay employees, and all the overhead that you have if you're just if you're all you can make money on is selling singles, buying and selling singles.
Yeah.
You might as well just set up at card shows at that point. There's no point in having a shop if you don't get any of the extra benefits that, every card company in the existence of card companies has done. Because from a card company perspective, why would you want to suffocate these small shops that are growing the hobby for you? Like if you don't have any of these small mom and pop shops, the hobby as a whole is going to start to die down because that's like an access point for a lot of people. If local shop goes out of business, then maybe the 50 customers in that area that now no longer have access to a shop or anything to do in that community, they just kind of fall out of love with the hobby. Well, that just hurt your sales tops. Like now you're not getting those people buying on your website. They're just out of the hobby completely. Like you're trying to grow the hobby, but then you're also trying to maximize profits right away. I think you need to focus on growing it before you're really cashing in on the cash cow.
Yeah. No,
they're trying to do both at the same time, and I just don't think that's how you should do business. But Michael Rubin's clearly a lot smarter than I am, so I don't know.
I mean, yeah, a billionaire, probably owner Fanatics, you'd assume, but
yes, he's a billionaire.
Yeah, I like that they're buying it. I just don't. I'm worried about the way that it could go, and all
Hey,
of
it's better than Panini just dying, I guess.
That is very true. We would still get NBA and NFL and all those good stuff products also licensed.
I would just love Prism. I would just love Prism and Kabooms and Downtowns and all the staples that we've come to love in Panini to just stick around.
A little teaser that everything was gonna end, and then there's a little glimmer of hope. It could also just
it could
not even happen.
Who knows? I mean, the price could be wrong. I mean, they've tried to do deals in the past and it just hasn't worked out. But now Panini's back is really against the wall. So it's like, do they really have any other options? Who knows? But I would love to see it happen.
Yeah, because I don't want to see the end of Flawless. 20 years, no Flawless.
What is Topps, like a high-end Topps product like Flawless, like Topps Dynasty?
Yeah, they've got there's a big white box. It's kind of like Flawless. I completely forget what it's called though.
I don't know.
But it's a really nice.
There's nothing that sticks out like Flawless to me.
Not really. They've got the Dynasty, and that's about it. All the other high-end products aren't that expensive, so it's kind of hard to pinpoint where the expensive products are with Topps.
Speaking of some of the Panini products that we've seen recently, Absolute Football just released, and I want to talk a little bit about this. I don't know if you saw it, but Shador Sanders' Kaboom he has number 10 on his jersey.
Yes.
And he's been number 12 the entire time. Like sometimes you see that like last year with Malik Neighbors, he was number 9 because during the preseason he was number 9. Like during his photo shoots, he was number 9. Shador's always been number 12. Like he never was number 10 at any point. He's number 12. I'm pretty sure he was 12 in college, wasn't he? I don't know.
Yeah, yeah, he was.
Yeah, 12 in college, 12 in the NFL. How do you mess that up?
Not only that, it's this guy, out of all the QBs, he probably has one of the higher markets, and he's not even a starter.
Yeah, I mean, it's just I wonder, do you think the Kaboom artwork was AI generated?
It kind of looked like it, but...
It looks a little cartoony, but, how do you not... that's Quinshon Judkins' number, too. It's
Yeah, it has to...
How did that happen?
That probably, I just don't understand how it doesn't go through, 10 people. At least 10 people to be hey, this is
it's actually mind-boggling. If I had to guess what happened, I would say that they made the artwork for Quinshon Judkins, and then they did a copy and paste over, and then started stretching the resolutions and changing it up. But they basically just copy and paste the jersey on there, and then just forgot to change the 0 to a 2 or something.
Yeah. I mean,
mind-boggling.
It'd be different if it was oh, it's just him. But we had the same thing with Calvin Johnson.
Calvin Johnson on a
completely different person. Brandon Pettigrew on it.
Yeah, you would think after a mistake like that, it's okay, guys, we are tripling down our quality control. This has to go through 5 stages of approval for every single card design, including base cards.
Yeah. Well, the picture was of Brandon Pettigrew on a different card. Like it was
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
like
So clearly it's been in like their database or something. But
yeah.
it's just like, oh, I mean, maybe if Fanatics ends up buying it, they'll be able to clean up some of this kind of stuff. But it's just like such a head scratcher how you can have such a large corporation and still have, obviously errors happen in like I could see like, oh, we have a box that advertises 20 cards and this box got 19 cards and we're missing a couple cards at the end of the box. That kind of stuff happens. Having an entire run of a product card is like the wrong jersey on a player. It's like that is the stuff that's avoidable.
Yeah.
Small minute mistakes, one-offs, that kind of stuff happens. An entire player having the wrong jersey number, that's the kind of stuff that you can avoid.
And it's I just don't understand how your entire company is based around making these cards. And it's not like it's like a huge checklist.
The Kaboom checklist is
The Ka-
100
the-
players
The
this
Kaboom
year.
checklist is big, but like even 100 players shouldn't be that hard to just double check everything.
I actually do want to talk about this because the Kaboom checklist is 100 players. We have opened, I think, maybe like 15 cases. We've had 3 gold Kabooms and 1 green Kaboom. That means we've probably pulled like what? About probably 10 to 12 regular Kabooms.
Yeah.
If you're thinking about it, how many cases of these products get produced? It's actually pretty crazy. Like you're thinking about that, and we've pulled 3 golds and 1 green. So essentially, like, I mean, that means if there's a gold Kaboom, 1 in every probably 4 cases, and there's 100 golds on the checklist, that means there's 1,000 total golds. That would mean there's about 4,000 to 5,000 cases of this product. Just rough math right there. I mean, that's times 12 boxes. That's like they're producing, what is that, 60,000 boxes of absolute football? Like, that is, maybe it's not a lot in the grand scheme of things, but it seems like a ton.
Yeah, no, it does.
I don't know. I mean, I definitely think that, we hear a lot of, oh, Panini's going to lose the license. Should I invest in these downtowns, these Kabooms? And my answer is invest in the numbered ones, but God, please do not go out there and buy the retail Kaboom parallels that are printed to 1 million, because there's 60,000 hobby boxes. There's fucking 6 million mega boxes. You have no idea the comparison of retail compared to hobby. Like, for example, I remember ripping absolute megas and last year or the year before, wherever it was, and 1 in every 5 boxes had like a numbered card to 599.
Yeah.
And there's like 300 players on the checklist. Like that means there's probably like literally millions and millions of boxes produced. Those Kabooms, I mean, you can go look at the pop reports. Printed to oblivion. I think downtowns are even worse. But when people ask, should I hold this downtown for when they're unlicensed and all this stuff, you should hold the numbered downtowns and the numbered Kabooms.
Yeah.
Because you know that those have a finite scarcity and there's never going to be more of those. Like a gold Kaboom, I think is a great investment. I think getting the older ones in a good grade is obviously even better for a long-term hold. But the people who are like trying to scoop up, a Terry Bradshaw downtown, it's like, brother, those are as common as a optic silver, optic hollow at this point. Like those things are a dime a dozen. You can say they're 1 per case, but when you print 1 million blaster cases, there's a lot of those to go out.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't even know how to explain it, because it's kind of interesting how like many of the Kabooms there are, but
We've opened 15 cases and we haven't pulled a duplicate.
yeah, exactly. That's what I was going for. Like we haven't pulled a single duplicate, but like there's players on there that are just like kind of like they got a Kaboom, but do they need a Kaboom?
Who's the worst one we've pulled so far? I feel like they've all been kind of valid, honestly.
They've all been valid, but I feel like there was one. I've got pictures of them all, but there's definitely.
I thought they were all pretty good.
If we were to go through the Kaboom checklist, I guarantee you there's 15 I could point out and be like, really? Really?
Yeah. I mean, yes and no, but I feel like it is kind of cool to have, if it's not, then it's like, we're just gonna have the same players every year. Like, oh, we're on our 7th Jamar Chase Kaboom. We're on our 6th Joe Burrow Kaboom. It's like, like at some point I do want to see like the players who haven't gotten like a Penny Sewell Kaboom. How cool
Yeah,
would that be?
exactly.
Why don't we get those kind of players? Like, why don't we get? I don't like give Brandon Aubrey a Kaboom. Why
Yeah,
not?
it's got to
Like,
be like the star players, like the franchise players that are getting
obviously,
these
that's what
kabooms.
sells the product because everyone wants to chase that. But at the same time, it's like let's have those players. Let's have like the top 50 guys, and then let's have the next 50 guys of just fan favorites who have never gotten
Yes,
Kabooms before.
like we don't need like it's cool to see like Ray Lewis kaboom and all these stuff, but like I would love to see a Penny Sewell kaboom.
Yeah, we've already
That'd be
seen a
so
Ray Lewis
tough.
Kaboom. Like there should be a little more variety. Like an Ndamukong Suh Kaboom. Like these are great players. They're not the goats, so they don't get the cards. But it's like, how cool would it be to see, a Phillip Rivers Kaboom? You see the Drew Brees
Yeah.
Kabooms. You see the Tom Brady Kabooms. I mean, obviously some of these older retired players, have they don't have the licenses and stuff, but current players, you can think of some guys like yeah, I mean, Penny, Brandon Aubrey, you could think of like tons of guys that are just fan favorites for teams, but they just don't get Kaboom love.
Yeah,
or like
because
downtowns or anything. Like Amon-Ra St. Brown just got his first ever downtown or Kaboom. It's like that guy is one of the best in the NFL, and he's just now getting his first one in his 5th year.
that is kind of insane to me, but no, like I like for me at least, like for you probably like the older kabooms, but like for me, I'm just kind of like I just like would rather see active players on my kabooms if I'm gonna see them because
Ah.
like I know the Ray Lewis market is already stable and everybody knows Ray Lewis, but I find it cool to find like some I don't know like a little gem of
You also
a
know
guy.
nothing about
I don't know
the
anything
past of
much
football,
about past
so
of football, so
I would probably do it there.
I'm more of an active guy, but I don't know. I just kind of want to. I want to see active player kabooms.
I don't mind the retired players, especially if we're switching it up. I think like they added Larry Fitzgerald and Kelvin Johnson. I think that stuff's sweet.
Calvin Johnson has a kaboom.
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Well, hopefully it's Calvin Johnson this time.
Yeah, actually Megatron.
That'd be pretty sick. I kind of want that now. I didn't even know that.
Yeah. All right, we got. I guess we're probably done with the card phase of the pod. We can talk about some sports stuff right now. It is the trade deadline currently.
Yeah.
So let's see if any trades happen while we're on the pod.
'Cause
That's quite a bit of Twitter notifications right here.
Sauce happened.
It's just all the Jets trades. Jets trade Sauce Gardner. The Jets traded Quinnen Williams. The Cowboys are 3-5-1, and they're still making moves like they're going to be competing for a Super Bowl here. So I don't know.
Stephen A. Smith said they were done. So
I don't know what Jerry Jones is cooking up there, but they just got Quinnen Williams and Logan Wilson. I mean, that's a pretty good trade deadline if you're trying to win a Super Bowl. But it's like, I don't think you guys are making the playoffs.
no, you think Max Crosby's staying?
I think he will. Yeah.
Yeah. I saw a lot of stuff about. I mean, he said he wanted to stay, and then or with the Raiders, and then he posted on a Twitter or X or whatever about he had a whole thing, and then he had like an eagle emoji at the end, and people are
I saw that.
speculating.
Oh, he's been doing that forever though.
Really? I
Yeah,
don't know that.
it's like that's just his vibe. It's not. I don't think that's too serious. I think Max Crosby will stay. I mean, as a Lions fan, dude,
We're not making anything.
we just Brad Holmes never makes trades, and it's like I get that your whole ideology is but let's just build this team through draft picks and yada and yuda yada yada huda. What? Yeah, it's just like I understand it, but at the same time, when you can get some of these people for a 7th round pick, a 3rd round pick, it's like we traded it took us 3 3rd round picks to acquire Isaac Tesla, but you won't give up a 3rd round pick to go get another solid offensive lineman or another great piece of the secondary.
Well, we need one right now. We're like broken down in the front line.
I just don't understand. Like, I think Brad Holmes just hyper fixates. This is my guy in the draft. I have to go get him. I will do whatever I need to go get him. And he just has so much fun during the draft. He doesn't want to give up his draft picks. He'd rather fucking keep them. And it's just like we didn't do anything last year when we had all these players on IR. We're the most banged up team in the league again this year. We're the 2nd most banged up team in the league again this year. It's like we have to make some moves. Our offensive line needs some depth right now.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, our defense is fine. I don't even leave the defense alone. People think we need another edge rusher. We do not need another edge rusher. Our edge rushing is fine.
We're doing fine, I think.
We're fine if Hutch is out there. It frees everybody else up. We need offensive line, which is crazy because last year we had the best offensive line in the league. And then as soon as Ragnar retires and, a couple of injuries happen, all of a sudden we got a pretty rough offensive line out there.
Yeah, I mean, we got sacked 5 times.
Goff under pressure is a terrible quarterback.
Yeah.
If he doesn't have a pretty pocket, he is not good because he's not mobile. I mean, he's a statue in the pocket, and like that's fine if you have weapons and an offensive line, but as soon as that breaks down, it becomes a problem.
Yeah, and I mean, we had Ratledge got hurt, Mahogany I think got hurt.
Mahogany's done for the season.
Done for season? Didn't know that. I thought it was questionable, but
done for the season.
Not great.
Yeah, Penny Sewell's banged up. Taylor Decker's really banged up. Like we are not in a good position, and that's coming off of the bye week. Like it is.
We never
not
we never
good.
knew we got off the bye week ever. I've never had like last year we lost in the playoffs on the bye week.
That is true. Maybe we need to not have it. We'll just have like a scrimmage game during the bye week.
I don't know. Colts. Is this the end of the Daniel?
Bro, they just traded for Sauce Gardner.
Yeah.
That's a legit move, man. I mean, they gave up way too much, in my opinion, trading 2 first-round picks and Adonai Mitchell for Sauce Gardner. Like, Sauce has been okay recently, but he's not as good as he once was, in my opinion, which is crazy to say for a guy who was drafted a couple years ago. But, I mean, yeah, Sauce Gardner, he'll certainly be a good impact piece for the Colts, but when you're leveraging your future in the hopes of Daniel Jones taking you to a Super Bowl, all right.
Yeah.
All right. Like let's lock in a little bit here. I like Daniel Jones. I like what the Colts got cooking, but you're gonna hemorrhage your entire future on this being the year.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, they had a little insanity run, but we'll see next week.
Yeah, I mean, I think they'll make the playoffs. Probably have a pretty solid record, but I think they lose in the first or second round. I think they probably win one playoff game.
Yeah, I mean, they play the Steelers, who's not a great team, pretty mid. Kind of got destroyed.
I think the Steelers are actually solid this year.
Yeah, I mean,
if the Steelers made it to the AFC Championship game and lost to like the Bills or Chiefs, I wouldn't be surprised.
No,
it's Aaron Rodgers, bro. Like he's
like what?
He looks
40,
pretty solid this year.
45, something like that. I don't even know how old he is.
40 something off an ACL tear, and he's still hooping.
Yeah, that's mad impressive. I'm gonna be honest.
I like it, dude. You want to know what I don't like? Jaden Daniels.
Oh my goodness, we had to
dislocating his elbow
during a stream. We were watching that, and then we are like, "Oh, we got hurt. Like, what happened?" Rewind it. That was nasty.
This offseason, I made a pretty big purchase. I bought the Jaden Daniels Nebula 1/1 Mosaic debut, which is I paid. I'm not even gonna say what I paid, but it is a five-figure loss that I'm sitting on right now. I thought I got a good deal on it at the time. I decided not to sell it during the offseason, and I would estimate that it is worth less than half of what I paid for it right now.
Well, thankfully, it was just like a dislocated elbow, probably some tears.
But not. I mean, even without the injury, he hasn't been playing good this year.
No,
but
Terry McLaurin's hurt. Who like Debo?
I don't know, man. Everybody predicted the Jaden Daniels regression, and I was like, dude, why would he regress? Like he just won 2 playoff games as a rookie. Like the Commanders look good. I'm sure he's gonna have a little tougher schedule, but I think he's still gonna be a good player. And I mean, injuries have happened, but at the same time, he hasn't done any favors for himself. He did not look great.
And Eckler's out. Like they just don't like their team is also banged up. Like
they have a banged up team for sure.
But anyway, Quinn, what's their coach's name?
Dan Quinn.
Dan Quinn. Dumbest decision I've ever seen a head coach make is keeping him in the game down 31 in the 4th.
I mean, I'm gonna play devil's advocate right here. It's like you can obviously in hindsight because he got injured, it looks stupid. But at the same time, you have a guy who just came back off of injury, who has not gotten many reps with the team. Their offense is clearly struggling. Why not use that as an opportunity to see, hey, can we get the offense rolling right now? Can we get this figured out before next week so we're not just going into next week, still looking terrible?
Yeah, but then
in his defense, I mean,
yeah, but then you got to be like, could get injured, and he did.
You can't not play football because you're scared to get injured. Like it happens, so it sucks. But at the same time, it's like you're gonna make your head coaching decisions based off of, well, I don't want this player to get injured. It's like in a normal blowout game, it makes sense. But when when your offense hasn't gotten rolling and he hasn't played a lot of football this year and you need to get him rolling, that made sense to me.
Is that not something you can just do in practice, though?
Not in real game situation.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I still feel like it was,
Hindsight's always 20/20.
yeah, it was start of the fourth, too. Pretty sure it was like 11 minutes left or something like that. So, and they were on like the 10, maybe closer.
What was the score?
It was 37-7 or 38-7.
Yeah, I mean, they weren't going to win the game, but it's like, I think it was more of a let's try and get the offense rolling type thing.
Yeah, let's get the reps in.
From my point of view.
Yeah, and then he bent his elbow backwards, so that wasn't really cool.
Very cool.
Thankfully, left arm only dislocated or something like that, so it's nothing like career ending.
Yeah, it could have been worse for sure.
A lot worse. And then there was another injury that happened this week, wasn't there? Like a big one. I can't think of it, but
I don't know of any big injuries.
the Cardinals played the Cowboys.
Oh, Joe Alt. Is that who you're thinking of?
Yeah, Joe Alt.
Joe Alt, yeah. The Chargers lost both of their offensive tackles who were like all pro tackles, and that is rough. That's like having two Penny Sewells and they both got injured.
Yeah. Cardinals, Cowboys, they have announced that Kyler Murray is still going to be starting quarterback. So
They did?
Yeah.
Really? Where'd
Yeah.
you see that?
ESPN.
Huh.
Yeah. And
I mean, to be fair though, the Cowboys defense is the worst defense in the NFL, so Jacoby Brissett like looking good against them doesn't do too much.
yeah, but he's played 5 games. Kyler's played 5 games. He's got a significantly higher rating. He's only down like
How have they both played 5 games? There hasn't even been 10 games this season, has there?
it probably was like half game.
Okay.
Probably when Kyler Murray got hurt, they both played. But he's only like 50 yards behind him. Like they're playing at the same level, but Brissett's kind of playing better.
They're playing the same level, but Brissett's kind of playing better. That's a good one.
They've got like
So you go with your franchise quarterback who was a former number 1 overall pick versus the old-ass washed Jacoby Brissett.
yeah, but I'm pretty sure the record is like between them is like a lot different.
I mean, I think Kyler Murray's a better quarterback, and I
Really?
think that, yeah, I think
I was hoping to see
think
another
Kyler's better.
revival of a backup QB this season, but
Jacoby's not that guy.
no.
I don't think so.
Well, I mean, we'll see. Who knows if Kyler could go out and throw 4 picks and then. But
It could happen. I think Kyler's good. I think he'll figure it out. I mean, the short quarterback shit is always funny between him and Bryce Young. It's like, how were you guys picked number 1 when we've never really seen a short quarterback be super successful? But
Panthers
are 5-4.
5-4 beat the Packers.
Yeah, but that was like it was like 16-13. I don't know if it's because of Bryce Young necessarily, but
No, I'm pretty sure. I mean, Jordan Love also played like dog water.
we talked about this on episode 1. Jordan Love is a roller coaster, dude. He is the best quarterback in the league for a couple weeks, and then he's the worst quarterback in the league. The Packers will not win a Super Bowl with Jordan Love because he is too up and down. It's like bipolarism as a quarterback. It's
Yeah.
so weird, dude. I've never seen anything quite like it.
No, it's crazy. Like, also, I don't know. It might have been.
Wait till Toyotathon starts, though. He is a demon.
He's a
during
demon.
Toyotathon.
Yeah. It might have been the jerseys because those were
Those jerseys were
incredibly
atrocious.
ugly. They were so bad.
Those might have been the worst jerseys I've ever seen.
No, like trying to go old timey and then having like painted on old helmets. It was
Yeah, that
pretty
was
bad. It was
insane.
pretty bad. But neither team looked great. I'm gonna be honest. I watched some highlights.
That
of
was
it.
like the toilet bowl right there.
Yeah, I watched some highlights of it.
Who
Jordan
gonna
Love
be
was
less bad?
stressing the pocket and just chucked the ball in the air, and it bounced off one of the Panthers players' chest.
I saw that. That was like the worst throw of the year.
Yeah, it was pretty bad, but I'm glad they lost though.
Yeah.
A little closer. We did lose as well, but
Lions
Makes it
man,
a little
Lions are frauds.
a little better than for us. So,
Oh, baby. All right, we got. Do we want to talk about it already?
I mean, we can. Yeah, I like it.
You like the show?
I like the show.
Yeah, if you guys have been watching that new It Welcome to Derry show, that is, I think that's gonna be one of the biggest shows of the year.
Yeah.
It's good.
I mean, this week it explained a lot more
It was a little slower pace, but I mean, episode two of a series probably should be. Episode one is like the hook of the series, like get people engaged, like pop something out. I'm like, wow, this is
Yeah.
crazy. And then episode two, you start to do a little more lore building, world building, and then it just kind of starts to keep building up. But these scenes where Pennywise is like starting to, antagonize these people, it's like so crazy. Where the pickle jar one, where the dude starts to come alive in
Yeah.
the pickle jar, and then bro, that stuff is just that stuff is so good.
Yeah. No, it's well, I mean, a little weird with the birthing one, but like,
I mean, that's the point though. Like, it's so
it would be
freaky.
terrifying.
Yeah, dude.
Like
Because
either way.
well, because if like early in the episode they explained that when her mom was giving birth, she popped out and killed her mom. Like her mom died in birth, basically.
Yeah.
So it's like that's her biggest fear. So she's Pennywise is trying to strike fear into these girls.
No, but it's so well made too.
It is fire.
It is so good. Uh, I'm still confused why they killed off the 3 main characters or 2 of the main.
They weren't the
characters.
main characters, bro. That I think that's it was that hook factor on the series. Like we're gonna act like we're gonna have this crazy opening scene, and then we're gonna act like we're building out this world and showing you the main characters, and then we're gonna kill them all, and you're gonna be left in your seat like so shocked, and you have to watch the next episode because you're wondering what happened next.
Yeah, but I'm still wondering if they're alive. You said it's the dumbest
Dude,
thing
they
ever.
are not alive, bro. We watched them we've seen a body get ripped
I
in half
know,
and chucked against.
But we've also seen these, like, the hallucinations. Like, what if all of them are having, like, the 2 of them were having the same hallucination, and the other 2 just got taken down? Have you seen, like, the movie?
Oh, yeah.
Have like when they go into that big sewer room and there's just kids flying everywhere?
Yeah.
What if that's where they're at and they're not actually dead? Because he feeds off of them, doesn't he?
I hope you're right.
I
hope they come back
I'm
in the
calling
last
it now.
episode and fall from the ceiling.
I think I'm calling it now because there was no bodies found at the site of the crime.
Oh, they did actually say that.
That's why they arrested that
Blood,
guy.
but no bodies. So yeah, maybe he killed him and then he's just going to feed off of him.
Yeah, I mean he might they're probably dead. Let's be honest, they're probably dead. But I think that they might still, like, one of them might still be alive.
Maybe it's the girl who lost her arm.
Yeah,
because she had the arm with
she
it.
lost her body. I think she had her arm still, because the arm was attached to the girl's arm.
Yeah, so the girl who's dead lost her arm.
Oh yeah,
Or she might not be dead. What if she's just alive but she has one arm now?
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I think they're all dead, to be honest.
He thinks they're all dead. Yeah.
That's crazy.
They did a lot more explaining with the airbase thing. The airbase was looking for the source to fight a war or something like that with the Russians or something.
Oh, and they're looking for like fear, and they're looking for the fear thing that scares people, but I guess they don't know that it's Pennywise yet. So
yeah, but I'm so excited to see like the I forget his name, but the general versus Pennywise, because he's not afraid of anything.
He's definitely got to be afraid of something. Like they take his kid and start like doing things with that. I think.
Yeah, that is true. Or his wife, something like that.
Yeah, it's something's bad's gonna happen, but no, there's been a lot of good coming out of that show. I think it's pretty good.
Yeah, it's scary, but it's good.
I support.
It's so good. Plus, I love the It movies. I never really understood them. I just kind of watched them as a horror movie, but they're good.
Let's do a little Ferret lore check. We haven't
done a lot.
You
of
never
lore.
you never really gave the background on. You've talked about it a couple times about your vending machine business. I want to hear a little bit about this.
When I was 16, I started the vending machine business, and all I wanted, because I mean, when you're 16, you want to start a business, and you don't know what to do, and you don't have time because you got school.
So what you see, like a TikTok, or I guess TikTok?
I saw TikTok.
Even back
I saw this. I used to watch this guy. I forget his name. His name's like, I don't know. It's like Mr. something on YouTube, and he has like car washes and laundromats and vending machines and all that stuff. And so I wanted to get something where I could make a little extra money. And so I talked to some of my friends, and we all paid like $800 for a nice vending machine. And my grandpa owns like a Napa Auto Parts, and so we stuck it in the Napa Auto Parts and just let it sit there for a week. And uh, I mean, it didn't make crazy amounts of money for the first week, but we made enough money to where we got a Sam's Club membership, and we went and we bought more stock, and then we ended up getting 2 more vending machines from a buddy's dad who gave it to us for free, which is insane. I ended up actually I'll get to that later, but
So it wasn't your company necessarily. It was like you were splitting it with 4 people.
I was splitting it with 2 other people, but like I did most of like I'd move the machines. It was my truck that I used. It was like all the stuff that went into like making it. They would just kind of put money into it, but I was doing most of the work. So we would split. It was 33 if we were gonna pay out, but most of the money was going straight back into the business and getting drinks and everything. And then it was those 3 machines for probably like 2 years, and it just like it wasn't doing it for me. And then so we all went to college, and it was difficult because we lived like an hour and a half away. So like I'd have to go like once a week or once every 2 weeks. I'd go down and restock and do all that stuff, and it was just like I just can't. I've got to choose like college or I've got to choose this. And I was in soccer, so I was like I can't just leave soccer. And then I tore my hamstring, and I was like, okay, well that's a telltale sign that probably shouldn't be doing soccer anymore. So I dropped out of college and I went to do this vending machine, and I had someone come up to me like, hey, I've got 18 machines. Do you want them? And I was like, yeah. So I paid a pretty penny for 18 machines.
Where'd you get the money for the machines?
Investor.
Who?
Grandparents. Yeah. So they gave me 17. It was 17,000, 18,000, 19,000, something like that. And so
and do you have like a deal with them where you just have to like pay them back the money they gave you,
yeah,
or was there like interest?
No, I paid. I wasn't free. And they said no interest for the first year. I ended up paying them back in the first year, so no interest on it. But it was $17,000, which it's so nice seeing that just like in your bank account, just after having like being a college student, you know. And so I had all these machines, and then I had Pepsi come up to me and be like, hey, like, we know you've got a ton of machines. At this point, I had bought my buddies out of the business, and it was completely my vending machines. So, like, they weren't doing anything with it. And so I had 21 machines at this point, and I was making really good money.
And wait, so you had 21 machines, and while you had the machines, you were able to pay your grandparents back, or you paid them back after you sold the machines?
Both.
Okay.
Both. So, like, after I sold the machines it wasn't like the full 17,000. Like I didn't just like wait until I sold them, but like I would pay them back monthly. So it was like probably like 1,000, 2,000 monthly. But I had the 21 machines. Pepsi came up to me like, hey, we want to partner with you. So you're not buying it from Sam's Club. We want you to buy it from us. We're like, all right. Or I was like, all right. And so like they would send me, I got my login for like PepsiCo.com, and I would put in my order, and they'd send a Pepsi truck to like my parents' house and just drop off a bunch of product. The only problem, like at this point, I was dropped out of college, but I'd have to go to, I feel like it was like 11 locations. Like it took like all day because I'd have to go in. I had snacks. It was like snack machines and drink machines. So it was like my car
So
was.
what kind of locations were you hitting?
They were cow farms, because cow farms are 24 hours. And so you got people in there that are buying, you know, the waters that I have in there, or the Cokes or the Pepsis or whatever. But then they also have.
And what's the margins like on, like, if you're like, what are you buying a Pepsi bottle for, and what are you selling it for?
So I would buy a 36 pack for $24.
So you're into it for about 75 cents a unit.
Around, yeah, and I'd sell it for $1.50.
See, that still seems pretty steep to me, because you see like at restaurants or something where they have the fountain drinks. They're into those fountain drinks for like pennies. So to get these bottles for, 75 cents, it just seems like you're still paying such a premium. Was there no way to get a better price on stuff like that?
If I bought like crazy amounts, but it was just kind of like if I bought, like the 100 like Gatorade things, I'm gonna have 100 Gatorade containers in my garage, and I'm not gonna use those for 6 months. It's
And
like
they go expired.
and they go expired, and I couldn't, like, I could save, if I were to do that, it would be probably like $12 for a 36 rack, and it was like that's really good,
That's a lot more profit for sure.
a lot more profit, but I just one, I have got the money to buy it, but I don't have the money to let half of it expire. You know, like in the end, it would kind of even out either way. So I was just kind of like, I'll just buy what I need. But the real seller was Monster Energy because 24-hour farms, you got people working there at 3 a.m. that just need like a little
And
bit
so
of
the only
energy.
places you were in was Napa Auto Parts and farms.
Well, there's more stuff. Like I had one that somebody asked me to go in.
And how does this work with the locations you're at? Do you have to pay them a percentage of your sales? Do you pay
Most
them a flat fee?
so most people do. I approached them with kind of like you don't have vending machines here. Your workers would enjoy it and they'd be more productive if they had like this energy drink with them. Like, like they need energy drinks. They need all this stuff to keep them awake. You don't want anybody sleeping on the job. And it was also really helpful that, like small town, everybody knew who I was because I played soccer, I played basketball, I played all the sports in my home school or my the school that I went to, and it's like a town of 500. So uh they were all like yeah, sure, like we don't care. And it's not like the vending machines would have cost a lot to keep up. It was kind of more like as long as you can keep my workers like stomachs full and awake, go ahead and put them in there. And so the Monster Energy, I had like every machine had like at the cow farms had like three uh I don't even know how to put it, like three sections of just Monster Energy. But those sold out a lot and those margins were a lot better. So
Really?
I bought those from Sam's Club. Not even joking you. I was probably like it was in my basement. I had to keep those because I couldn't keep them in the garage because there was too much. It was probably like 24 packs, and I bought them for like $10 each, and they would probably stack from like here to the ceiling all the way out to like the end of that cart. Like it was a ton of Monster Energy.
And what's the margins like on something like that?
Sold it for $3,
And you bought them for how much? Like $1 a piece?
like less. Yeah, I had a really good deal with Sam's Club with the Monsters Energy because I bought so much. They gave me like a
And so are these like cash only vending machines, or do you have like a card option that you have to collect then and
so
stuff?
the card, like the readers, was very, very expensive and also incredibly hard to attach. And I wanted to, but the problem was like I'd have to go to 21 different machines, and if they don't work with the card reader, I'm down $400 on that card reader. Because if I want to buy it, like I could buy one at a time, but like at that point, like it'd take me 6 months to put them all in, and like I just don't know if it would work with all of them. So I ended up not doing. I did cash only. Plus, it was a cash heavy because there was a lot of Hispanics that worked at the cow farms because that was just a big demographic for that area. So none of them really had debit cards or anything. It was they all just had just like heavy loads of cash with them. Um,
Hmm.
so it was just a heavy cash everything.
Hmm.
So the problem was it was a ton of ones, like thousands and thousands of ones.
What'd you do with those ones? Where'd you go?
Just the bank. That's it. Just the bank.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it was fun. Like I've got pictures on my phone of me just like holding like.
So
stacks of
eventually you got
hundreds.
to because clearly you no longer do that anymore. So what led to the downfall?
I decided I wanted to go back to college because I met Emma, and I had been doing it while I was with Emma, and I was just kind of like I can't. It was at the point where I could either pay $36,000 to go buy another vending machine route and then hire somebody to run this one, or I could go sell this for more because I added 3 machines and I added a Pepsi contract and I added all this stuff and go back to college over at GV and do I actually went into accounting. I did accounting for a little bit, which I enjoyed it, but it was just not. I can't sit behind like a.
Yeah.
I can't be a desk guy.
Run your own business or be an accountant, and you chose an accountant?
Well, I kind of chose like have guaranteed money to start a family, or because it kind of got to the point where it was like I'm making good money, but for a 19, 18, 19-year-old, but I'm not making good fun money for a 25-year-old. So like if
What
I
do
were
you
to
think you were making a year if you were to do that consistently? With all the upkeep and everything, like your profit margin on that kind of stuff.
yeah. It probably cost me about 300 a week or 300 every 2 weeks to restock, and I made probably about 1,500,
So you're making 1,200 a week.
1,200 a week. So it's probably like I don't even know.
That's not bad money right
It's
there.
not bad money, but it's like one machine breaks down. That's my best machine, and I'm making 900. You know, like it's
So
such a
it was more
volatile.
volatile
It was
than anything.
volatile than anything, because like I've had machines that just two machines took a shit in the same location,
So it just
and
it wasn't
the
worth
people
it.
never told me. So like it was one machine that I leave there for a month and I don't touch it because it like over the month everything goes empty, and then I can go and fill it all up because like it'd make the same amount of money if I were to go every 2 weeks. Like it didn't matter. So I was like, I'm not gonna go there every 2 weeks if I don't have to, because it was like 30 minutes away from my last stop. And so it was kind of like, this sucks to drive 30 minutes and then go 30 minutes back home. And so like they never told me. So that's a whole month's worth of product that I just didn't sell, and half of it went expired. So I had to throw all of it away because chips and stuff don't last long.
So when you eventually did sell it, how do you find a buyer for something like that, and how did it go?
Facebook Marketplace, dude.
You sold a vending machine business on Facebook. Did you have like an LLC or anything at the time?
I did. I still have the LLC, yeah, in case anything, pops up. It's only like $50, $5 a month or a year to upkeep. So I'm like, I might as well keep it. But yeah, I had like merch and everything. But I did sell the business on Facebook Marketplace, listed
You had
it.
merch.
I do. I still do.
Merch for a vending machine business.
Yeah. Just like I would wear when I go out and collect and everything. Just
Like you were saying, like you were selling merch.
Oh no. I had like a hat and a quarter zip, which that's the best quarter zip I've ever owned in my life. It is so comfortable. Anyways, yeah, so I went on Facebook Marketplace, listed it for, I think I listed it for 35,000. Ended up selling for about 30. But there's just a lot of you get a lot of people that have no idea what they're talking about.
And you sold the vending machines with that, right?
Yeah, the vending machines and the contract with Pepsi, which is a big deal.
And all the relationships with the places that it was already in, right?
Yeah. Yep. So like they get
So I mean, you sold $20,000 worth of vending machines, and then essentially $10,000 for the rest of the stuff, the route and the
my stock,
contracts.
The route it's a really good route. Like
so someone got a pretty good deal.
Someone got a very good deal. Yeah, I just wanted to sell it because I had a span of 2 months to sell a $30,000 business to go to college, or else I would have to like keep driving back down to show. Because like when I would show it, I wouldn't go to every spot, but I'd go out and show them the spots. And it was probably like, there's probably like 8 people that I showed the business to. And it was just like, you just kind of knew as soon as they got in your car, like, this guy's not buying it. This guy's not buying it. So like I had to show them anyways. Or like there was a lot of weird people like that I had in my car. But there was one family that bought it, and they wanted it so they could teach their kids how to run a business and how to do stuff. And I was like, that's
pretty cool.
That's pretty cool. That's awesome. And so I did give them, like, they were okay with like 29-ish or 31, and I gave it to 30 just because it wasn't family friends, but it was like they lived probably like a couple, like 30, 40 minutes away, and we knew of them. So I was like, yeah, I'll give you a little bit of a deal on it. Because 30,000 is whatever. So then I had to pay my parents back like my grandparents back like 5,000 left. So I paid them back 5,000, and then I headed to college.
So you spent 25,000. The rest of it you put towards college?
No, actually, I had scholarship still.
So what'd you do with the 25,000?
It's just out there in the wind, investing.
That's crazy. Oh, so that's a pretty cool story, though.
Yeah, it was
young entrepreneur.
It was fun. I mean, when I was younger, like all I wanted to do was like drop ship.
Yeah,
because that's all that was on YouTube when you were 16 years old.
Right.
Drop
shipping
shipping
so easy.
Yeah, and what's the passive income? That's what I was really interested in. I wanted a lot of passive income, and then I realized that vending machine sounds like passive income, and it is a whole lot of work.
It's only passive income if you get someone to run it.
Yeah,
And then you basically aren't making money.
because every other day I was out fixing a machine because I literally had to like read through these manuals of these machines just to learn how to freaking fix a coin slot. It was like this is
If business was
worst.
easy, everybody would do it.
Exactly, yeah. But it was a great experience. I love doing it, and if I ever have crazy amounts of time, or if my kid ever wants to, I'd love to start a vending machines with it. Like it's so fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Do you think you missed any opportunities, like looking back on it? I mean, like just off of what you were telling me, I feel like I could already kind of poke some holes in your business ideas. Do you think that looking back on it with what you know now, there was anything you could have done differently to either maximize profits, make it work, make it last longer, stuff like that?
For sure. Yeah, no, for sure. There's just like a lot of like little things that I was like looking back on that's like could have done that. Could have done that. Like at some point I had like $8,000 in my bank account for the business, and I'm like, I could have bought 8 more machines with that, really nice ones, and put them in, and then I could go ahead and buy those $500 or 500 whatever amount of Pepsi and get a ton more off, and I'd start making $5,000 a month. Like it's those.
It does seem like a pretty scalable business. I think that part of the thing that you might have missed there was, either getting it into more high traffic areas.
That's the problem with where I was at though. Like if when you do it in Grand Rapids, like you've got plenty of spots. Like I got a buddy that does ATMs and he makes $70,000 a month.
Yeah.
With ATMs because he's got them in nightclubs, so like, but but I was in Cadillac or I was in McBain, which has 500 people. So like the only spots I had them in like car dealerships and stuff like that, but there's just not a lot of high foot traffic areas other than these cow farms.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. Yeah, I was gonna say I think that expanding the locations, getting more vending machines, getting higher traffic areas, and then also kind of just like once you've unlocked those things, then you can get the product for cheaper because you're able to buy it in bulk without it expanding. Your profit margin increases. Then you can pay someone else to go do your runs for you. You're spending less time. You're making more money. And then you can just keep expanding it. And, I think that's it's not a terrible business model. I mean, I think that it's not crazy lucrative, but, anything at scale can be.
I mean, looking back at it as a 20-year-old, looking back at a 17-year-old's business, like I did good for where I was at. Like I was 17 years old. My first ever business, I don't think I made $25,000 off my first business. Like that's
what did it feel? Because I remember some of my first moments of really getting money at that young age when you saw $10,000, like those little check marks right there. Like you kind of know things are going well, but once you see like your bank account hit that extra digit for the first time, and $10,000 doesn't sound like a lot, but when you're 18 years old and you see $10,000 in your bank account for the first time, what does that feel like?
Oh my goodness. It was more of like, it sounds super dumb and it's going to sound super cringy, but it was kind of like I made it moment to where like this business that everybody was like, you're dumb for doing that. It's making money and it feels really good to kind of like prove them wrong. But, 18 years old, I had never seen money like that. Like that's insane to me. Most I'd had in my bank account before that was maybe $500 because like I didn't work a lot of hours and I wanted to focus my time on the vending machines. So it went from 3 to 21 in the span of like a week. And then it just took off. And it was a lot of saving. And I don't know, I wish I could have built it back up, but I'm kind of glad I went the college route and ended up dropping out anyways. So
went back to college just to drop out. And now we're here.
No, this is a fun job, dude.
Yeah, no, I would agree. But yeah, that first moment of like really, really feeling like this is something, like I'm onto something here, that's a pretty good moment.
It's a super good moment, and it's something that like I'd love to go back to. But
there's nothing like that rush. I mean, I think we're gonna get that moment on this podcast here at some point.
Yeah,
so.
I mean, you can't expect it to blow up in the first 7 episodes, but give it time and it'll go. We're already cooking on TikTok.
Yeah, TikTok's growing. The clips is the way. I think that
clips is the way.
Really how we're gonna expand some of these longer episodes is we gotta obviously get some guests on here.
Yeah.
So I mean, we've already been talking to some really cool people. I think that, with some of the athletes that we've been talking to, a big portion of it is getting them when they're not in season.
Yeah.
And anything with a podcast guest, a problem is going to be that if you're getting a guest that's high level enough that they have a busy schedule, they have their time means a lot.
Yep.
So to get someone like that to commit their time and figure out that schedule is just not easy. So I think it's just gonna take some time, and hopefully we get it figured out. But this is definitely something that I enjoy doing, and I think it's only gonna get cooler once we get to capture other people's stories and stuff. We can only talk back and forth for so long about so many different things, but once we really get to get some guests on here, I think it's gonna be pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, and that we've talked about it plenty enough that the guests are what's going to really make this podcast take off, because again, like, there is only so much you can talk about together. But once we get a guest, I think it'll be kind of like a domino effect or whatever it's called, where it's just like one guest, another guest, another guest, another guest, another guest. But it should be fun. We've got somebody in the books that we're pretty sure is going to be really fun. So
Oh yeah, we've got a couple people that we're gonna get figured out here. So stay tuned for that kind of stuff. But now we could talk for a little bit longer here. We got to get over that hour mark.
got to get over the hour.
It's a good benchmark. I think. I don't know if it really matters for the algorithm, but I think if we just stay committed to staying over that hour mark, we just got to have things that are meaningful to talk about. So
Yeah.
when we talked about the vending machine, do you have any other great life stories to share?
I've tried so many business ideas with the drop shipping too. I've tried drop
What
shipping.
other business ideas have you tried?
I used to have theme pages
What is that?
like on TikTok where you just like post about like random stuff until you got to the creator fund.
Did you ever do like clipping where you would post stuff like that?
Oh yeah, that's what it was.
Oh, okay.
I like clip like Twitch stuff, and then it would.
Did you ever get monetized doing that?
I think the highest I got was like 8,000 followers, but it took forever, and it just wasn't. It was like crazy. Like all the videos you watch, the people are like getting 10,000 followers in a week, and it's just like, how are you doing that?
I got a fun story here. So before I started doing cards, I was really into sneakers. So
Yeah, you told me about yeah.
So when I first got into it, this was when I was 16 years old. I think I was working at Kohl's. Like I didn't have any money, and I got my first paycheck in from Kohl's, and I immediately bought my first pair of Jordans ever. I hit it on the sneakers drop. These ones weren't super hard to get on the sneakers drop because they made so many of them, but it was the Bread 4s, Jordan 4, black and reds, really sick shoe. I still own them to this day. I think I've worn them like 3 times because they just don't go well. Like I'm just not the type of dude to be rocking Jordan 4s. Like it's just not for me, but I still own them just because it was my first ever pair of Jordans, and they meant a lot to me back then. But I think a couple weeks after they dropped the Jordan 4s, there was another sneakers drop for the Travis Scott Jordan 1s, which if you know the Travis Scott Jordan 1s market, those are like
Crazy.
huge shoes. They were dropping on sneakers for $160. I never really understood how hard it was to get these like high level drops. Like it's basically impossible unless you have a bot. This one was a raffle that I think you got selected in basically if you won it. I didn't realize that it's like a 1% chance to actually win it. So I'm thinking like, oh, I just gotta get enough money in my bank account to go do this. So I borrowed $160 from my brother, drove up to my bank, deposited the money in my account before 11 a.m., drove home, sneakers drop hits. I go and buy size 10, and I actually got it. And I was like freaking out. Like I thought I just was going to have to drive back up to the bank, pull that money out, give it back to my brother. But I hit it, got the drop, got the shoes in, ended up selling them for over $1,000 on StockX, and gave the original money back to my brother. And I made like $1,000 off of that. And I had never seen more than maybe $300 in my life at that point. And I remember I bought some AirPods. I'd never had AirPods before. And then I used the rest of it to continue flipping sneakers. And I actually made like a decent chunk. Not even a decent chunk, but for someone who's still in high school,
Yeah.
I made as much as I would have at a minimum wage job. So it was a lot more fun to wake up at 10 a.m. and join the sneakers drop or buy it off of Adidas or whatever it was for whatever sneaker it was, than to, go and work at, these crappy jobs that, most 16-year-olds work at. So that was a lot of fun. That was like my first ever business. And those kind of things, looking back on it, like, it seems stupid. It's not really a business, like, but you learn a lot about little things. Like when you're selling the shoes, you learn a little bit about salesmanship and negotiations. You know, when you're shipping these things, you learn how to, it sounds stupid, but you learn where to get cheap boxes from. You learn, all these things that when I ended up starting the card business, I already had this prior knowledge of all these different things that, the more you know, the easier it is to get the ball rolling. So, that kind of stuff really helped. But I'm still into shoes, not as much as I once was, but I've got a couple nice pairs. I got the Travis Scott Jordan 1 lows now. I've still got my Bread 4s. I've got some J11s. I've got some nice ones, but nothing insane. I've always wanted the Cactus Jack Jordan 4s. I think I gotta grab those, the light blue J4s. But I don't know if it's my feet or because I'm so tall, but Jordan 4s just look so weird on me.
What kind of shoe guy are you? Like what Jordans? Like low
I like
mids?
I like Jordan 11s the most. Jordan 11 lows are my favorite.
Yeah, I'm a low guy.
I had the Jordan 11 Bread highs for a little bit. I don't know what it is, but I just feel like those are just, I don't know. Like high tops as a shoe are weird to me. Like when I think of high tops, I think they're meant to be basketball shoes. That's what Jordans are. But at the same time, like when I'm just wearing them, I never wear pants unless I'm doing this podcast, because then my freaking nuts show if I'm wearing shorts. But I'm never wearing pants, so wearing like those high top shoes just looks so weird with shorts to me for some reason.
No, they do.
So it's like I just never find myself wearing those type of shoes, so I just stopped doing it.
Yeah, I tried doing that, and I bought LeBrons. I don't know, they're like blue, and they've got like these gray sidings.
Yeah.
And that was the end of my my shoe reselling experience.
Now you just wear Crocs.
Now I just wear Crocs everywhere. Crocs, and I've just bought a pair of Jordans. So.
All right, well, we do have some trivia we're gonna play, so let's hop into that. I got some fun questions for the smartest man alive right here. And we're going to start off with some sports trivia.
All right, let's try.
We're going to start off with some relatively easy questions. Guys, keep in mind, Ferret grew up in South Korea, so he doesn't have a huge knowledge of sports prior to the 2020s. But let's start with, in 2016, this point guard averaged 30.1 points per game and was the NBA's first unanimous MVP.
It's Curry.
We're starting easy. This is pretty easy, but I don't think you're going to get it. This running back rushed for 2,105 yards in 2012, just 8 months after tearing his ACL.
Torn ACL, active or no? Still. No, he wouldn't be active.
2012?
2012?
I hope not.
Oh, what's that one? I can't think of the guy's name. He's the only one that I could think it'd be.
What team was he on?
I think it was 49ers.
Frank Gore?
No, it wasn't Frank Gore. Maybe the Ravens? No. Shoot. I can't think of his name.
This is why I thought this would be fun, because you know nothing about sports. You're gonna get cooked in the chat. You gotta clip this up and put it out there.
He reminds me of Ray Lewis. That's the only thing I can think of.
Maybe because he wore purple. How about Adrian Peterson?
Adrian Peterson. Okay.
Okay, here we go. This one is really easy, but you're gonna get it wrong. This MLB player holds the record for the most career stolen bases.
See, I don't know much about the MLB.
Yeah, I know you're not gonna get this one.
Is it like a niche player?
No, I mean he's very well known for being the fastest player in the MLB history and stealing bases. Like there's very iconic photos of him after he got the record holding up a stolen base.
I don't know.
Ricky Henderson.
Yeah, I have no idea who that is.
All right, let's go. Ooh, identify the athlete who said a famous quote. This is kind of fun. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Every athlete ever?
But who started this quote? Who made it famous?
You miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Hockey.
Hockey? Fucking Patrick Kane? I don't know.
Wayne Gretzky. Ooh. I'm not superstitious, but I am a little stitious.
It sounds like something fucking LeBron would say, dude.
Trick question. Michael Scott from The Office. Okay, if you get this one wrong, there's going to be some serious problems.
Okay.
Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. brother.
That's a song, dude.
Jeez. Oh my god.
Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee.
He was a boxer. Muhammad Ali.
It wasn't Muhammad. It was between Muhammad and like Mike Tyson. So,
Yeah. This is rough, guys.
dude,
All
I
right.
never heard him say that.
We'll do like each individual one of these something you can clip. All right, this episode of Trivia, guys, we have draft day drama. I'm gonna ask Ferret some questions here. This is a guy who does not know a lot about sports. Let's see if he can get some of these right. Start off very easy here. This QB was picked 199th overall in 2000.
In 2000? Was it Tom Brady?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that was an easy
I
one.
wasn't sure when he was drafted. I didn't know.
Can I give you another layup here?
Yeah, sure.
LeBron James was drafted in 2003 by which team?
Oh shit. Was it Cavs, Heat, the Lakers?
So which team did he get drafted by?
Cavs?
Yeah.
Okay. I get it
That
mixed
was
up.
sketchy.
I get Heat and Cavs mixed up which one he went to first.
That was sketchy. All right. This one's a little bit harder. 2018 late first round pick, and he won MVP in the year 2023.
NFL?
Yeah.
Lamar?
Okay, that's pretty good. That's not bad. All right, let's do another. This one, you want some hard ones?
Yeah.
Who was drafted second overall in between Blake Griffin and James Harden in the year 2009?
2009.
How about I give you some options?
Yeah.
All right. A, Stephen Curry. B, Rajon Rondo. C, Hashim Thabit. And D, DeMar Rosen.
You said 2009?
Yeah.
So Steph was 2009, but I don't know what spot he was. Is this one kind of like, you're not going to know this player? Or would I know this player?
Why would I tell you that?
Because if it's freaking Olajuwon or whatever his name was, I don't know that guy.
Oh.
We'll go, I know 2009 was Steph Curry, so I'll go Steph Curry.
No. It was Hashim Thabit.
Thabit?
Hashim Thabit was drafted before Steph Curry, DeMar DeRozan, and James Harden. And that'll do it for this segment of draft day knowledge. Not a lot there from Ferret.
No. Okay.
All right. Quick little rapid fire segment right here.
Let me set up for this one.
Lightning round, this or that. Which franchise was older, the Lakers or the Celtics?
Celtics.
Correct. Who has more career points, Kevin Durant or Dirk Nowitzki?
I'll go KD.
Correct. Who has more Super Bowl wins, the Steelers or the Patriots?
The Patriots.
Wrong. They were tied. All right. Who is the NBA's second leading three-point scorer? Ray Allen or James Harden?
It's probably Ray Allen. Is it James Harden? Damn.
Number one, Stephen Curry.
Well, yeah.
And that'll do it for lightning round.
Where's Ray Allen at then? Is he 3?
I think he is, yeah. I know Harden just passed someone for second, so that's pretty
Oh, okay.
good. Any other trivia we could do? More trivia. Love ChatGPT, by the way.
Yeah, that goes quick and it gives you good. Sometimes, most of the time, it gives you good ones.
Here we go. We already went over that. All right, here we go. This is a good one.
Okay.
You should know. This is an easy one. If you don't get this, this is going to be actually really sad.
Okay, that's not fair.
Who scored 81 points in a single NBA game?
Kobe.
Bonus question. Who was guarding Kobe?
Oh my goodness, I've seen like a documentary on this.
There's also a commercial.
Who is guarding Kobe?
Yep. You're not going to get it. It's Jalen Rose.
Oh, yeah.
All right, here's a fun one. Who has the most career triple doubles in the NBA history?
Triple doubles.
This guy's famous for triple doubles.
Oh, Westbrook.
Yeah, okay. I thought you were going to say Jokic. This is fun. You do not know this one, although you should. Who drafted Luka Doncic before he was traded to the Mavericks? It was a draft night trade.
I've seen a picture of him holding up the jersey, I feel like.
He got traded for another player in the 2018 class.
2018 class. Are they like a franchise player right now?
Oh, yeah. Some would say. Third pick for the fifth pick. Wrong. Atlanta Hawks. Trae Young.
Yeah. Yeah, I've seen that. Somewhere.
Who was known as the mailman? NBA. Predator. 13-year-old pregnant. Utah Jazz. Power forward. Karl
Malone.
Wow, that was insane. That took you that long.
Karl Malone. I don't know anything about Karl Malone.
Well,
Not a big.
You guys got similar tendencies.
Not a big Predator guy.
Ooh, you would not know that one. Let's not do that. What? Who was the first pick in the 2020 NFL draft?
2020?
Come on, man. This is easy stuff.
I don't even know the 2020 NFL draft because I know 2018, 2017. I know those are important.
Okay. A, Herbert. B, Tua. C, Justin Jefferson. D, Joe Burrow.
Joey B?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I was going to say T-Law.
All right, last question here.
When was T-Law drafted?
T-Law was 2021.
Okay.
Who holds the MLB record for the most career home runs?
See, there's like 4 people that it could be. Say...
But it's only one.
Judge?
That might have been the worst answer of the podcast thus far.
Really?
He's been in the league for 7 years. You think he has the most home runs in MLB history?
Babe Ruth?
Barry Bonds.
Yeah, but does it really count? Does it really count?
It really counts. It definitely isn't Aaron Judge. I can promise you that.
I don't know. I know he hits a lot or something like that.
Oh, my God. I don't even think he has the most on his team currently.
No?
Giancarlo Stanton.
I feel like Barry Bonds did too many drugs for it to count.
All right, well, that's going to do it for episode 7 of the Burton Breaks podcast, man. Good episode. Appreciate you guys listening this long if you did tune in. We will see you guys on the next one. Peace.
Peace.